Hello and welcome to a special edition of the Lincolnshire Kitchen, the show that celebrates the best local food and produce. Today we're at one of my favourite highlights of the food festival season, the Lincolnshire County Show. And here's what's coming up on today's Lincolnshire Kitchen. I'll be searching for some of the best local ingredients at today's show. Mark Webb will be finding out about the challenges facing Lincolnshire's food industry in a global marketplace. And I'll be travelling in style to prepare a delicious Lincolnshire dish in the kitchen. But first, Mark has gone to explore the show and find out about the big business behind our local food industry.
Lincolnshire is the food basket of the UK, and the Lincolnshire County Show celebrates the very best of Lincolnshire's food and agricultural industry. All types of businesses, from farmers, produce growers to machinery manufacturers and clothing retailers, come together for this marvellous two-day festival. It attracts over 60,000 visitors each year, and of course, what county show would be complete without ice creams, crafts, displays, competitions and of course great events. The show has been running since 1869 here in the Lincolnshire Showground, and today in some parts of the county up to 50% of the population are employed by the food and farming industry. Lydia Rusling works in the Tourism and Development team at Lincolnshire County Council. Hi Lydia.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So Lydia, how important is the food and agricultural industry to our local economy?
Incredibly important. Food and farming in Lincolnshire is worth over £1 billion, so it makes it the #1 industry, so a lot of people employed in the industry.
So why are events like the Lincolnshire Show so important?
The Lincolnshire Show in particular is a real showcase of everything that you can do in the county. So food and farming, obviously, you're here today in the food court, and it's a real celebration of the range of food that we have here that is home produced. So you can pick up things like sausages, homemade cheese. You can even see it all demonstrated in our kitchen today, and I think you can take a food tour of the county because we've got so much on offer here.
So in your view, what are some of the main challenges that are facing our food and agricultural industries?
We run a project called Select Lincolnshire, which is all about promoting local food and drink and really trying to help those small businesses within the county to promote themselves better. I think there have been some challenges through the recession, obviously. People are a lot more conscious about what they're spending their money on, but that can also provide an opportunity to Lincolnshire businesses. So if we're doing our best to support the businesses and help customers and visitors to the county appreciate what we've got here on offer, hopefully that will be positive going forward.
Lincolnshire soil is renowned for being fertile and rich, which means it produces more fresh produce than any other county in the UK. Here are some more Lincolnshire food facts. Lincolnshire has the greatest proportion of Grade 1 land in England. Lincolnshire is the UK's largest producer of potatoes, wheat, poultry and cereal. Lincolnshire is the second largest sugar beet producer in the UK. Lincolnshire is the 5th largest pig breeding county in England. 38% of all UK bold flowers are grown in our county. By buying local produce, we're helping support our local food industry. That's not the main reason, it's delicious too. We asked some of today's visitors about the reasons they choose local.
I would choose local food because you can see where it's been living.
I would choose local food primarily because of the sustainability of the food miles.
I choose local food because I know I'm getting good value for money and I'm getting good quality food.
I like buying local produce because it supports all the local farmers and the general local economy.
I like travelling here from Surrey because the quality up here is a lot better. Local produce is a lot nicer than it is in Surrey.
The recent beef scandal highlighted the low-quality imported meat that found its way onto the British market. But what's been the effect on British and Lincolnshire beef producers? I'm here with Jeff Bolton, the past president of the Lincoln Red Cattle Society. Good to see you, Jeff.
Hello there.
Tell me something about this magnificent animal, Jeff.
Well, this is the breed champion. He's in the senior bull class, but he's a young senior bull. He's sort of only 27 months old. As you can see, you're looking at a super specimen of a Lincoln Red.
In your experience, since the beef scandal, has there been a trend towards British beef?
Yeah, I mean, there was the initial surge when the thing first hits the press, of course. There's the usual reaction to panic. But there has been a general increase, which has been maintained as people are a bit more wary of what they buy, where they buy it from. And that's been building up generally over the last 2 or 3 years. People are beginning to get more wary now, I think, of what they're eating, what the product is, and we've seen quite an upsurge in local home-produced beef.
A lot of people say that good quality beef is often very expensive.
There are expensive cuts. If you buy fillet steak, you know, you're looking at sort of upwards to £40 a kilo. But there are a lot of good value, very nice, tasty, cheap cuts of meat. If you pay a piece of brisket, which we often use in the winter, and I think it's one of the nicest pieces of beef. Absolutely. And the butchers are now finding that they can sell, at one time it was very difficult to sell cheap cuts of meat, shin, brisket, mince, all that sort of stuff. Those things now are selling very, very well as people are starting to sort of gear up onto these cheaper cuts.
While Lincolnshire prides itself on traditional farming values, modern technologies and innovation are helping the industry to compete globally, where bigger really can mean better. I'm here with Steve Prescott, Head of Sales at TC Harrison JCB. Hi Steve.
Hi Mark.
Steve, tell us about this machine.
This is the JCB backhoe loader, the world's best-selling backhoe loader. It's produced in England, so it's British. We designed the loader arms, the chassis, the axles, the transmission, the cab, all built by JCB. Backhoe on the back, obviously for diking on farms and clearing out any drainage ditches. Loader on the front for loading any sort of material, and also as a tool carrier.
When you think of farming, you often think of farmers driving around on old tractors or even horses pulling ploughs. Why is innovation and technology important to farming?
Well, the engine on this machine, Mark, which is Tier 4i 3B, is designed to run on less fuel, so it's efficient, and it's also designed to put less particles in the air, so it's good for the environment.
The food industry is one of the most competitive sectors in the UK, and alongside some very big names is a thriving industry of small businesses that can usually be found in farmers' markets right across the county. From jam makers and organic meat producers to pie makers and ice cream, each one uses locally sourced ingredients to create some of the most delicious products you could ever taste. Don Brumby launched Scoobys Christmas in 2012 and is successfully taking on one of the most competitive parts of the food sector. Hi John. So tell me, what motivated you to start in such a competitive market?
Well, really it was a desire to bring a healthier option to the crisp market, because we used to sell other people's products, but there's an increased amount of interest in healthy options, so that was the real passion behind it.
John, what challenges did you face bringing that product to market?
Well, really one of the biggest challenges was, with many small businesses, is securing the amount of funding required to get a foothold in the first place, and also because we're in such a competitive environment, the branding and design of your product is crucial.
And how important was it to have local ingredients or to source local ingredients?
I think it's really important because, again, people are very conscious of the locality and where the product comes from, even down to the packaging as well as the actual contents of the product.
Right, thanks John. Well, there's only one thing left to do. I've been waiting long enough. I'm going to have to try one. Oh, those are delicious. Well, coming up after the break, Rachel will be searching for the perfect Lincolnshire ingredients to prepare a delicious recipe. I'll see you after the break.
You can see details of today's recipes and find out more about some of the local ingredients you've seen today on our webpage